Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and today I did a little bit of light foraging here in the city of Puerto de la Cruz in Tenerife. Puerto de la Cruz is in the north of Tenerife, so it gets a lot more rain than the south, and still considerably more rain than the capital of Santa Cruz. That's why it's actually much better for foraging. It's actually all the old botanic gardens and pretty much all of the good parks on the island are in Puerto. Pretty much of the really good parks for foraging, except for a couple notable examples in Santa Cruz, and except for a couple places in the tourist areas in the south, but only when they are watered well enough. Unfortunately, I decided to do this foraging quite late, around 3 in the afternoon, so about half of the fruit I saw today are not here because I was too stupid to start this early. Basically I could have shown you a ton of different date palms. I remember at least seeing at least 4 species today, 4 or 5 different species of edible figs, which are ornamentals here but still edible, some mocan, and also a couple other fruits which I don't remember, but definitely about twice as much as I got here. Still I got a couple things. Let's see what we got here. Tropical almonds, or catapa nuts. Here on the coast it's a bit too warm for normal almonds, so tropical almonds are being grown as an ornamental. Here, Strelitzia seeds. I've watched this thing for decades without even knowing that it has edible fruits or other edible seeds. Here, some dwarf tamarillo. This is Siftomanda abotiloides, I think. Definitely dwarf tamarillo. It grows feral here, but it is a fruit shrub or fruit tree, just like the normal tamarillo. Here a couple queen palms. Those are really puny, but today I ate some really good ones which are more than twice the size. An unripe monster, I cut it just for the video. Unripe sea grapes. I took the unripe ones so that they wouldn't squish because I was transporting everything in plastic bags. When they are ripe, they're brownish purplish color and can be very tasty. Dragon tree fruit. They can be very tasty or can be very disgusting, depends on the individual tree. Here a medicinal plant, Bosera yerba-mora. Just like the dragon fruit, it's one of the very few native juicy fruits. Well, juicy fruits native to the Canary Islands, but this one is not used for food, it's used as a medicine. Pity, because they grow in huge bunches. The shrub where I got this from had thousands of berries. Well, some loquat. As you can see, most of them have burst open from the recent strong rains. Some bushman poison, Acucanthera oppositifolia. Well, I haven't found anybody who likes it, but in Africa this is being regarded as an edible fruit. I guess they like the bitterness, so I put it here. This is a little bit of cheating because I didn't forage this today. I foraged it yesterday, but for some reason I kept it in my backpack, so I had this heavy fruit all day, so now it's gonna at least work for its money or work for its transport. This is a mommy apple, which I snacked outside the botanic garden here in Puerto. Oh, by the way, I'm planning to put a picture of all this on Instagram and see who can solve all those fruits. I have an Instagram account where I upload pictures from time to time. You can check it out. It's all the fruit, just my account on YouTube. And as I said, I'm going to put a picture there without any names, so people can start guessing what it is. Well, on YouTube you can do it from the thumbnail, basically. Here we have Abutulon theophrasti. Chinese children eat this. I read this in literature and it was confirmed to me by Chinese people that they ate it when they were children. I don't know, China is quite a biodiverse country. They should have better fruit growing in the fields. I mean, I wonder why they eat it, but they do. Some Peruvian pepper, as you can see. We are not in season anymore. The berries should be almost as bright as those, but they are not anymore. Also, the weather should be quite bright. When I started collecting, it was bright, but now the sun is hiding behind the cloud. That's why the video is quite gloomy. Here's some Canna indica. Until today, I didn't know that a synonym for Canna indica is actually Canna edulis. And I found the fruit to be quite an interesting eating, although they have a slightly bitter aftertaste. Here a curajong. Different curajong species of Brachychiton are quite common as ornamentals here, despite those dangerous little glochids everywhere. In Australia they are being used as food. You can get water and food from the curajong. Another plant I encountered decades ago, but only today I learned that it's edible, is the cock's eggs. Yes, that's what it's called, or lily of the valley vine. Those little things, which are considered invasive in some countries, are actually on the market in many other countries. They taste quite good when raw, but usually they are being made into jams and other preserves. Yeah, and this stuff is everywhere here as a wheat. Pitanga. This year the Pitanga season, I don't know if it's pretty... No, it's actually not late. Those are... Well, maybe this is one of the last ones from last year. Those are the first ones from this year. I think in a couple of weeks we'll have a ton of Pitanga here. One of the tastiest fruit on the island, but you hardly see it on the markets because it's so soft when it's ripe. Lantana camara, the thickberry. Some people consider it toxic, but in a lot of cultures they eat the fruits and even the leaves, which are quite aromatic. Well, a lot of Europeans or Westerners might consider the smell revolving, but in a lot of countries they like it as a spice. A couple bananas, red bananas and green bananas. I didn't rip them off the banana plants here in a little park along the coast. Somebody else did, and I just collected them from the ground. I'm sure they are used in this park to losing pretty much all their bananas before they are ripe. And here, an unripe Flamboyant fruit. You can eat the fruit when they are very young. You can boil them like young beans, but once they are ripe you can actually eat the beans inside. However, well, the beans are quite tasty. It's a lot of work to get them out, so I did it only once for a video, and probably I don't know if I'll ever do it again. So folks, this was the stuff I harvested today in the beautiful city of Puerto. Yeah, fortunately, well, it was sunny for hours. Now the video is quite gloomy, but despite having more rain than the South, Puerto is still quite a nice city even for a beach holiday. Stay tuned for a couple more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Tenerife, and of course don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.